And life, is dynamic, it is continuing. But let me say this. I think, to me, one of the defining moments of the Earth Assembly, is our ability, to reconcile ourselves and reintegrate ourselves, and forge ahead to work as a team seamlessly, to the extent that today, if you don't know what happened in the beginning, maybe it will be very, very difficult for you to say who is with who or who is without whom. Yes, to give effect to what the party requested. Because if you remember, the origin of all this or that wahala was because some of us feel the party must be respected. Then the other group felt that they can have their way, without necessarily towing the party line. So when we had the first problem, now the party was magnanimous enough to come out and say that, okay, you have made a mistake. We said don't elect this person as a Senate president. You did. And to the extent that that cost us the position of the Deputy Senate President. So now you have done it. Now as our children, we have forgiven you. But this is what we want you to do. There are 4 other positions, belonging to the party. Because the 2 belong to the Senate. That is the presiding officer position. That is the Senate President, the Deputy Senate President. That one belongs to the Senate. It is devoid of party leaning or whatever. It doesn't have anything. It is just that it is expected, since politics is a game of number, the party with majority will naturally clinch the destiny. But nobody says that somebody from the minority cannot emerge as the Senate President and Deputy Senate President, so long as his colleagues are ready and willing to vote for him. So now, but the other positions, 4-4, for the minority and the majority, they belong to the parties. Now I'm APC, I cannot become minority leader. I cannot, there is just no way. So the position of Senate leader, Deputy Senate leader, whip and deputy whip, belongs to the party. So the party now says that, okay, this is what we want you to do with this ones, since it is our own. So that this one will bring all my children together now, because you had a fight. So both sections were called, okay, you have gotten the Senate presidency. That is the first group. The second group, okay, give them this one. Again, the first group said, we are not giving them. And those were the defining moments of the wahala. So that is when, the problem became too hot even to handle. So to me, the day the Senate president accepted, or the Unity Forum members accepted that, yes, look, we are members of this party, and for us to purge ahead and for us to have peace in this place, look, let us implement the party position. And the moment it was done, almost the fire died down instantly. So I think these are some of the defining moments that one cannot miss. But like I said, every moment is a defining moment. If you allow me on the personal note, that is, looking at my constituency only, the defining moment for me of the F Senate is the day the Senate accepted, to recognize the sufferings of my people, and accepted unanimously almost, to pass a resolution urging the federal government to create presidential initiative on the Zamfara State. And the day, that was actualized when the 2019 budget was passed, and I saw Senator Goje, standing, reading or citing that 10 billion naira is allocated, to Zamfara as per the Senate resolution. I think, to me, there is no greater joy, than that one, because I come from the state. I know what the people went through. I know what they are going through even now. The way we are trying to manage the politics now is quite different from how it was managed in the Earth Assembly. So we are using the experience to make it a better place, because whether you like it or not, legislature is the only place where you need your colleagues to work. because we are all equal. So you can only have first among equal. So, and after the first one, the second one, maybe the Senate President, the Deputy Senate President, all others are the same. And no matter how bright your ideas are, no matter how beautiful they are, no matter how realistic they are, all it takes people to do, they don't care. They can be as dumb as anything. You can be as intelligent as Einstein. So all I need to do is just to sit down. When the question is put, I say nay. And if I have majority of senators, thinking like me or believe in me, then we can kill any idea, no matter how brilliant it is. No matter how brilliant. All we need to do is we just sit down. I just move around and say, so person is, this idiot is bringing his bill. So he doesn't like us. So we don't like him. So just sit down. When the president put the question, we just say, and there is nothing you can do. The presiding officer can, even when he attempts to help you, if the senators truly doesn't like it, they can check the leadership. You can call for division. The law allows you, because the Senate president is just first among equal. He is not born a Senate president from outside. No, he was voted in. So you can call for division and you can defeat him. So your best bet with the National Assembly or whoever is to live in peace with people, and try to sell your ideas across. And that is why I told you from the beginning of the interview that one of the defining moments of this assembly is our capacity, the ability, to forgive, forget, and come together, come back and work together to the extent that Senator Marafa can bring his interest, that affects his people, and everybody is willing to do it. If we had taken it with that much bitterness, maybe throughout the Eighth Assembly, I would not be able to pass anything. Because fact of the matter is, they form themselves into a group and they are in the majority. They are in the majority. And the politics is all about majority. So this is it. So for you to get anything passed, you need that kind of understanding. So I think the Eighth Assembly is quite wonderful, even though all others are. But that is the truth. And then you look at the number of bills that were passed and everything, the performance. It's when it was reeled out the other day, I was really like, wow, when did we even finish all the wahala? It took us almost 1 year, fighting. So, but we were able to put everything behind us and work to even surpass some assemblies, in terms of bill passage and other sundry activities of Parliament.